Hi, I'm Cindy Costalis, Senior Librarian at the Monterey Park Bruggemeyer Library. I'm here today with Cindy Yee, a longtime Monterey Park resident. Cindy has put together a wonderful exhibit at the library to honor Nancy Kwan's 50th anniversary in film and television. She's quite a collector and quite a fan of Nancy Kwan, so she's going to tell us about the display that we have at the library, and we also want to invite everyone to come to the library to see the exhibit. And Cindy is a fan of Nancy Kwan. She has quite a collection of memorabilia from her films and television of Nancy Kwan, and so she's going to tell us about this wonderful display that she's put together.
Thank you, Cindy. I've actually started this collection since I was 11 years old. I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, and I was just a little girl when I was invited one morning to go to Universal Studios because they needed a big group of Asian American kids for one scene. And this movie picture in particular that I purchased not that long ago, my sister was only in first grade, and you see a little girl in the corner with the light coat. Yes. That's my sister. And this is the dance scene from Flower Drum Song that was done in the early 60s. But my aunt was in several scenes in this movie. But this was Nancy's second movie that she was first famous for, The World of Suzie Wong. But Flower Drum Song she really enjoyed because she was a born ballet dancer who was educated in the Royal London Ballet, but she grew up in Hong Kong. But since 11, I started a collection of a scrapbook that I started, and several years, a couple of Christmases ago, I met her for lunch, and there's a picture of us with her scrapbook, with my scrapbook. And I'm going to give this to Cindy because we just honored her at the AMC in Monterey Park with a showing of The World of Suzie Wong along with her new movie, the life documentary of her story, which is a little bit sad, but it needed to be told. So we just finished the Sunday, and we were very successful. I know we've raised way over $10,000 just for this one evening. The fundraiser that we had this Sunday was a benefit for three charities: the Chinese American Museum, the Chinese Historical Society, and Asian Pacific AIDS Intervention Team. And so we raised way over $10,000. I'm still counting money, and there's some checks still coming in. But it was highly successful, and people were able to come to view the screening. AMC, in the last moment, moved us into a larger theater, so that was great. On my collection here, besides some of the movies that she did where I was able to get them on DVD or a CD, these are more of her famous movies. Lieutenant Robinson Crusoe was a really cute Walt Disney movie, and with Dick Van Dyke, and I really enjoyed that movie because it was a comedy, and she loves to do comedy movies. She did Love Letters at East West Theater and actually in Europe as well with her star from Flower Drum Song, James Chiquetta. But this was a play that they did twice, once also in San Francisco. These three portraits are very old that I received when I was a little girl and when I joined her fan club. And this portrait here is one of the famous shots from the scene, Flower Drum Song, called I Enjoy Being a Girl, where she ends up dancing in front of three mirrors, and many people will remember that scene. Over here is when she first was discovered in The World of Suzie Wong. She was also on Life magazine back in 1960, October of 1960, in fact. And the frame with the white frame is the first picture I ever received from the fan club. So that's got to be back in the when I was, well, let's see, it's got to be probably in the early 60s as well. She did do a DVD back there because she's really into Tai Chi, and before her son passed away, they did this DVD teaching people how to do Tai Chi. It was a wonderful time, and there aren't that many people that have an idol all these years and then are able to give them a tribute like I did for Nancy. But it was fun, it was worth it, and now we're friends for life.
Well, you're really to be congratulated. You're really to be congratulated for bringing her work to life for a lot of people. I know for myself, my mother introduced me to Nancy Kwan as I guess I must have been about 11 years old. Mm-hmm. And I have really fond memories of watching her movies with my mom on a Saturday afternoon, sitting there and watching her movies.
Well, when I went to pick up the program book Friday, there was another person over at Cal State LA when I picked up these program books, and since he was flipping through this, he goes, "Oh, I have to buy a ticket for my wife and I because he remembers his mother taking him to see these movies." And every time my phone rang, it would take me for about a half hour before I could get off the phone because people were reminiscing and telling me stories of when they were younger and being able to see some of her movies that came to the gala that we had on Sunday. So it was really fun listening to some of these stories that people were telling me. And then yesterday I received a message on my answering machine with this display. This man came to see, he just happened to have come to the library yesterday, and he saw this display, and he was so upset that he missed the event. And he says, "If there's anything else, please call and let me know." And we did have a great press conference that we had. It was in the Chinese newspapers. Los Angeles Times put a fantastic article out in the paper, and we got quite a few reservations for that because of the LA Times. And we had people that came in from Victoria, British Columbia, San Diego, and someone drove down from San Francisco for this. So it was really nice. The people were so nice. It was a lot of fun, and I really need to thank Councilman Mitchell Ng for inspiring me to do this, and for AMC Theater to allow this to flourish. It's a beautiful theater, and I would tell all the residents of Monterey Park that come down and see the new AMC Theater. It's unbelievable what our city finally has, something new besides the library. And it's a state-of-the-art theater in all of Southern California. I know that because I've seen it behind the scenes. Thank you.
We've had a lot of people who have enjoyed viewing your display, and the display will be available for people to see. We hope they'll come and visit the library up through the middle of June. They can come and see the display, and I can't tell you how many people have said they really enjoyed looking at this.
Oh,
so thank you very much.
Thank you.